Hello, everybody. I have a few things I want to talk about. This is going to be mostly about hair loss, skin, nails, and protein. First of all, I want to start off by saying this is coming from a professional standpoint. I am a licensed cosmetologist. That means that I can do hair, skin, and nails. If for those who don't believe it, I have proof. Um, let's see here. How can I do this without showing too much? I am licensed in 2 states, Ohio and Indiana. You can see that. Okay, so there's the proof. Um, okay, first of all, protein. This is going to be the most important thing um, for your hair, skin, and nails. All three. I have a couple little facts here I'm going to read to you from the doctor's office. How much protein do you need daily? 60 to 80 grams after the gastric bypass. Ruin why. Now, at first, you're only going to be able to get about 20 grams a day down the first, I'd say, 6 weeks. Some things that I found that are good for that. The Atkins Advantage, they have the little pre-made drinks that are 11 ounces. If you're on the go and you don't have time to make those protein shakes, those are really good. I found the Royal Chocolate is the best. Because those protein powders are kind of nasty at times. So, another important thing, your skin, hair, all this needs this as well. How much fluid do I need daily? 64 ounces. You have to push that fluid. My doctor even told me every 5 minutes, sip, sip, sip. I found that I can't gulp fluid because it hurts as, like, within a few seconds, it gets in my stomach and it hurts. So, and by the way, I am 2.5 weeks post-op. So that tells you about where I'm at. Let's see here. Which group of food should I take in first? Protein. You want to stick with that first. I'm trying to read down this little list here. What should I look for in a good protein supplement? The answer is look for products containing mostly protein, 15 to 25 grams per 8-ounce servings. Let's see here. The sugar on it should be less than 5 grams. It's better if it's less than 3 grams per 8-ounce serving. Let's see here. Ideas of protein. I've actually found that hard-boiled eggs, I can eat up to about 2.5 of them at a time. And if you chop them up really well and put them on a plate with just a little bit of salt, that kind of works out as a good little meal, especially in the morning. And each egg has 6 grams of protein, so there's a good chunk of protein right there. Plus, they're easy to take with you if you're on the run. So yeah, that's a good idea there. If you take the yolk out of it, because of course the yolk is more fattening, that's 3 grams of protein gone. So the egg white is 3 grams and the yolk is 3 grams of protein. Okay, good choices are cottage cheese, light yogurt. Watch what you're doing with the yogurt because the yogurt sometimes has a lot of sugar in it. Eggs. You can get the egg beaters. I've had those. They're pretty good. Low fat sliced cheeses. Flaked fish, tuna, or salmon. Now, I hate all that crap. So, your shaved, and it even says on here, shaved turkey, chicken, deli meats, canned chicken, canned turkey. For those that don't know what that is, it's kind of comes in the same kind of thing as tuna, and it's in about the same area in the I'm going blank here today. When you go shopping, it's in about the same area. So there's that little paper. And then also, now here's some tips. This is out of my big book I showed in one of my other posts. God, don't know what's with me. Anyways, hair loss. Hair thinning or loss can happen after rapid weight loss. Duh. And this says this here, but about 3 to 6 months is when the most hair loss happens. This lasts a short time and corrects itself when your nutrients and weight loss become stable. That's about after a year. Let's see here. Like I said, 3 to 9 months. You may not lose as much hair if you eat and drink right amounts of protein and take your vitamins as ordered by your surgeon. Those vitamins are important, guys. You have to take them. I'm going to do another post about some vitamins here in a bit. But those Flintstone Complete, stay on top of those. For women who still have their periods, they usually give you iron pills. Take those. I mean, just stay on whatever your doctor is telling you to do it. Or you are going to suffer the consequences, I'm telling you. Let's see here. I've got all kinds of notes for this, and I'm hoping I can get it in time. Bear with me here. Okay, why is protein important? Prevents stalled weight loss, prevents early hunger, helps healing of your wounds. That's why it's so important right after surgery. It'll help you get better faster. Prevents hair from thinning, prevents muscle wasting. Because when you're losing weight, you know, your body's going to attack your muscles first if you don't get that protein. And you want it to attack the fat. So, we need our muscles. Resist and fights infections. Prevents fatigue and lack of energy. Prevents protein malnutrition. Duh. I already talked about how much protein you need. And your body can only take in 30 grams of protein at a time. So don't try to just pack it all in at once, you know. Kind of space it out through the day. And I think that was the most important one I found. Other tips when it comes to losing your hair. Most cosmetologists will tell you, you know, if you're really, really worried about losing a whole lot of hair, you know, like me, my hair's already thin, go with a shorter haircut because that is less weight on the hair follicle. You know, don't pull your hair back every day. Some girls are bad about this, in the ponytail holders. That not only breaks your hair at the point where it's pulled back at, but you're pulling on the hair follicle, and that can cause you to lose hair as well. If you have to pull your hair back, try to do it loose. Do not do it when it's wet, because when your hair is wet, that is when it is the most vulnerable for breakage. You want it to be completely dry when you have to do that. But these loose clips are much better to pull your hair back in. And I'm almost out of time. I'm trying to get everything important in here. Your skin. I noticed right after surgery my skin was much greasier than normal. So I don't know if anybody else has come across that, but you might have to change what you're using for your skin every day. So, you know, look around, find good, you know, moisturizers, you know, all those kinds of things you want to look into. Your hair, I'm running out of time. Okay, flat irons, bad. Stay away from heat. If you have to flat iron your hair, put it on a low setting for you white girls. You do not need to do as much heat as the dark girls do, okay? So stick to that. Also, here we go. For frizz, us white girls have a bad problem with that. I found this is really good. It's cheap, and you don't have to go to the salon to get it. You can get it at places like Walmart. Since I'm running out of time, if you have any more questions, please feel free to ask. I will answer them the best that I can. And yeah, that's why my hair always looks like crap, because I quit doing all that to it too, so I can save it. Blow dryers, cold or low heat. And I think I'm out of time. So, later.